general, what were your takeaways on what you saw offensively?
Really encouraged by the run game. I thought there were a lot of really good runs, especially early with that group with Jam and Hank and that offensive line. Need to be more consistent in the pass game, but I was encouraged by the offense. I mean, this is probably the most competitive scrimmage we've had, so as far as back and forth, so it was good.
Any injuries to talk about from after this?
Not from today, nope.
So anybody out, though, that you're ready to, out for the season?
We'll see.
Okay.
There's one that we'll see that I won't talk about.
Do you still feel like this offense can be pretty explosive?
I do. I think one, weapons, and then it's like anything. It's just grind, refine, over and over and over again. Because that's where it is one step too late, one step too soon. We're just cleaning up that stuff because there's a lot of moving parts in what we're doing, which is good because it keeps the defenses off balance. But it's also offensively just keep doing it over and over again so the timing's perfect.
Is this still, you feel like there's still a three-man battle for quarterback?
I do, and it's going to go right up till the end.
Did you see anything from any one of the three that caught your eye today?
I thought Jabari made some plays with his legs when things weren't open, which I really like, and then that last play, being able to keep it alive and find the open guy, that was impressive. So that was good to see.
Jabari had a good opening drive.
He did. Yeah, I think they're all getting better, and they're learning the system, feeling more comfortable, and really the end of this last week and today, I think they're getting better every day.
It might be still early to make this judgment, but do you imagine naming one starter, or is there a possibility that you could roll out two quarterbacks in one?
I couldn't even answer that right now, to be honest with you. We haven't talked about any kind of multiple quarterback stuff yet. We're just going to see who's going to win the job, be the guy, and then we'll see how we can use the other guys to help us.
Are you okay with the progress of the defense 2 weeks into camp, or do you feel like they're ahead or behind schedule at all?
I'm okay with it. I wish it was a little further ahead, but then again, you look at all the new guys, because there's days where we look really good, and then there's days where we don't look as sound, and so just kind of minimizing what those days in between is what it is. But I think we got a chance to be good.
They did seem to make a few plays behind the line of scrimmage today. Is that, you feel like that's a kind of a staple of this defense?
It is. That's important. The way we play, the way we attack, those negative plays. Now you get them in the second long. Now we're going to create third long, which we're going to get off the field with this third long. So it's very important. So that was great to see.
How rotating guys along the front seven, almost like a hockey line shift. What kind of advantage does that bring?
Just fresh. It's fresh, especially the kind of our style of play and our mentality of how we want to attack and effort to the football. We're going to need to play more than 22 guys. Definitely up front, play more than just the 4.
Is that a specialization of what those individual groups do, or is it just fresh bodies on the field?
It's fresh bodies. I think that's been, the last couple of years, something we've always done is been able to play, 8 guys up front, if not more.
Will the second scrimmage kind of mirror this one, or is it more advanced stuff in the next scrimmage?
The next scrimmage, there'll be a lot of carryover. It'll be we're going to do more of a mock game where we're going to run through just like on game day. They'll be in game jerseys and all that, but as far as the plays and what's gone, it'll be a lot of the same because we want to be great at what we do, but there'll be some new wrinkles that we'll put in throughout this next week.
How do you feel about points up on the scoreboard there? How did you guys sort of grade this?
Yeah, we got a scoring system for how defense can score points and how offense can, and so everything we do is a competition. We keep score. There's always a winner, there's always a loser, so every scrimmage we're keeping score and competing.
What are your thoughts on tackling so far? What have you seen from the defense in that regard?
I thought it was pretty clean today for the first live work. We did a little on Tuesday, but for the first real extended live work, I thought there weren't a lot of missed tackles. So that's encouraging.
When it comes to making decisions about positions, what role does the scrimmage play as compared to like a regular practice? How much more heavily rate-weighted? What you see out here on day?
What you see that a scrimmage gives you is now, okay, can that back break that tackle? And can that tackler bring that guy down? When you're tagging off, okay, I'm there. Now you can get a sense of, you go back to practice and watch it, is that guy bringing that guy down or not? And so you get a new perspective based on what they show you as far as their tackling ability or ability to break tackles.
Is there a guy that was playing maybe on the third team that caught your eye today that you thought you might need to look and see at him in the second or first team look?
I think Jabari's one, and then I like those young backs and keep feeding those young backs and seeing what they can do. But I thought off the top of my head, just right after, those would probably be the 3.
I mean, on defense,
I'll have to be honest with you, I was watching the offense more today than the defense. So
Wow,
I'll have to watch tape. Yeah, that's changed me a little bit.
It looked like, speaking of which, that number 19, Jaden Young,
Yeah.
Was around the ball a couple times today. Stood out a little bit.
Yeah, he's a real good player. I mean, he's started Pac-12 games when he was at Arizona, and he's done a good job for us as a teamer here, and he's played in game here. He's just a smart, reliable, consistent player.
What have you seen out of Guttridge this camp? Obviously, he had the first touchdown pass today.
Yeah, he's got a live arm, which I really like. He's a very smart kid, and then he's just learning. So there's times where, again, he looks good, and there's times where he's a little lost, but that's a freshman.
Will we see Cole Singleton at all in camp?
Kobe?
Or Kobe, I mean.
Yes. He's probably going to go next week. Yeah.
Okay.
When Guttridge gets in the game, are there any adjustments you have to make to the offense because he's left-handed?
That's a question for Gundy. I couldn't answer. I would imagine there's some protection stuff, yeah.